Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
Welcome to Rekt Reviews, movies and entertainment analysis using the latest in beer goggle technology. And here are your dubiously qualified hosts, Eric, Paul, and Christopher.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Rekt Review. This is that show where we get wrecked and we review films. So that's kind of what we're doing tonight. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing?
What's up?
Not a whole lot. Why don't we go around the room? Everybody introduce themselves.
Yeah, we got a full house today.
We have got a definite full house. To my left, who we got?
Young Ron in the house.
Young Ron.
From the Shark After Dark show.
Absolutely. I, of course, am the Dark Shark from the Shark After Dark show. To my right.
Chris Amaryllis, here we go.
Oh, that was a sexy voice.
Oh, I know.
That's really sexy.
I couldn't.
With the vape atmosphere, too.
I couldn't hear myself, so I was like, am I on mic?
You do it doing your Isaac Hayes, baby.
Hi, I'm Thu Ho. I'm, I guess, a good friend of WS Radio.
Yeah, that's some NPR voice.
WS Radio.
That is. I felt like going vegan after hearing that voice.
Eric, as usual.
And Paul, as usual.
Are you guys brothers? The As Usual brothers?
Thursdays, I guess. I don't know.
Thank you. I'm here all week.
Thank you. So what are we doing tonight, guys? But you know what? What's everybody drinking? I know that I have the double IPA, Stone IPA Ruination, so everybody can get wrecked in here with it. So
I'm sipping on the Emperor Norton here. It's an apricot brew. Seen on Periscope here. Nice. Delicious so far. Is it beer week for all around the world, or is it a San Diego thing?
Just San Diego right now.
San Diego thing right now. Two, are you without drinks tonight?
I am without libation right now.
This is terrible. This is
Don't get
terrible.
It's definitely that's definitely NPR vibe, isn't it?
I should have brought the SoCo tonight. I really should have.
I'm telling you. I feel like I'm at a UCSD party with a bunch of nerds.
Eric, what are you drinking over there?
I have a tasty Lupin River by Knee Deep, which I believe was a collab with Rip Current, which is a local brewery too. So I'm keeping a little real with it.
Totally.
Sounds like three hipster bands just got together and created a beer.
And Paul, I'm taking it, is still under the weather, so
Yeah, still going sober.
he's having a Ricola. And so, what do you got? Some Starbucks over there?
Some hot tea, yeah. Not hot anymore.
Some hot tea. Well, we all should have been having the vodka martini, shaken not stirred tonight, which we're not doing. But
maybe if this movie deserved a vodka martini, we would be having one.
Ooh, shots fired.
I think this movie only deserved maybe like a bottle of Ripple or something, because that's about how good it was. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what we're talking about Spectre. The latest James Bond film came out recently, and I think all of us have had a chance to check it out. And so we're going to give you kind of our little corner of the world, what we think about the movie. I personally, I could break it down for you for myself. Is that I thought it. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, before we get started, I assume we're all Bond fans here, right? Because we all saw Bond.
I'm a definite Bond fan.
Absolutely.
Always have been, always will be.
I'm a Pierce Brosnan fan. So.
Oh, all right.
I am too. I thought you look more like a Lazenby kind of guy, personally. On Her Majesty's Secret Service kind of guy.
It shows that bad? Oh, no.
A little bit. Sorry.
I was just curious, real quick, what's everyone's favorite Bond movie? Just everyone knows where they're coming from.
I can tell you my favorite is Live and Let Die.
Oh, all right, that's good.
And that's weird for me because I never really liked the Roger Moore Bond movies because they were a little too funny, campy. But I really did like
nod there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one of the best songs, though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
but I really like Live and Let Die.
Jane Seymour is super hot in that one.
Jane Seymour is very hot in that.
You know, for me, I think it's got to be From Russia with Love. You know, it's one of the original ones. Mm-hmm. It wasn't too techy, and he was pretty cutthroat back then. You know, I think a good second place would be Goldfinger. You know,
one where he's in
that's
prison.
Another one of the top songs.
Right?
Yeah.
Say that again.
Is he in prison in that one? He's captured for most of that movie, if I remember. It's been 15 years.
In
since
which
I've seen
one?
that
Which
thing.
one is this?
You said Goldfinger, right?
I did say Goldfinger.
Yeah.
No, Goldfinger is the one where he's tracking down. He's on vacation somewhere, and he's got the woman who ends up covered in gold. She dies from some body suffocation or whatever. Yeah. And then she's got the sister who's trying to take him out because she thinks that, anyways. It's the classic, evil villain, the one that everybody's based on.
I believe his name was Goldfinger.
Go figure. Wow, it's named after the movie.
If a deep cut here.
I was kind of a fan of the Pierce Brosnan ones, like in the 90s. That's kind of what I grew up with.
Blasphemous.
But
bite your tongue.
Well, they were fun, but really, I'd say my favorite ones were what was Casino Royale, where where the Daniel Craig came out. It just changed the whole kind of mood of them, where they became like a serious action spy film.
Right. A plot that really stands up, I think.
Not the Woody Allen Casino Royale, right? Yeah. Not that one.
What about you two?
I would have to say I am a product of sitting on the couch watching my father watch the entire Bond marathon over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And so I would have to say the Sean Connery ones are my favorite, just because I would sit there and just watch these marathons.
I believe that he did 6. Anyone in particular, or just are you not well versed on Bond like your male counterparts? That's true.
I think Sean Connery's best
Probably
one was Dr. No.
Not as well versed, you think?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And I would say Tomorrow Never Dies.
Okay.
I would have to agree with Shark. That's blasphemy.
You're kidding, right?
That's the newspaper one, right?
I was going to say Die Another Day with Madonna and The Invisible Car and the
we
Ice
talked
Palace.
about that a little last week, didn't we?
Good God, that was when he jumped the shark.
Yeah, exactly. That should have been called Die Today.
Dead on arrival.
Yeah, kill the series.
Shark killing me. He's bringing the big guns.
Yeah, I'll just say real quick for me, Skyfall I think was my favorite. I absolutely love Skyfall.
Which is so sad because, not to jump too far ahead, but 30 minutes into this movie, it's a bad sign when you're like, damn, Skyfall was really good.
Yeah.
And this one shits on it too, which bummed me out.
Oh, right. Skyfall was a really good movie. I thought it was a really good part of the series.
A great action movie. It was just so easy to comprehend that it just kept moving. Easy beats to follow. Great villain. I mean, everything you want.
With a good plot.
Yeah, it was like the evolution of what Bond should be. And I feel like this is pretty much a step back.
And I felt like everyone had a motive. Whereas in this movie, it wasn't as clear. Like, why do you hate each other?
It was cartoonish.
Why do you?
Oh, the motive was clear in this. The motive was clear in this movie. Let's make more money. That was the motive. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? So what I did was I kind of jotted down and just so everybody knows, if you guys haven't seen the movie, those out there, this is there's going to be a lot of spoilers in here. So
don't see it.
Yeah. So that's that's the biggest spoiler. Don't see it. But so since there are going to be spoilers, if you don't want to hear that, you might want to click to something else and then come back to us after you see it. But
if you're on Periscope, if you have questions or want to let us know things, let us know. Type out your statements, and we're watching.
Definitely hit us up. So
that's awesome.
So in a nutshell, here is this. So here's what it is. So James Bond gets a cryptic message from the past from his past boss, who is M. Who is he gets a posthumous message from her, which leads him to Mexico City and Rome, where he meets the widow of an infamous criminal whom he happened to kill in the very, very boring opening sequence.
You didn't like it?
I thought it sucked so bad.
It was beautiful.
It was the best part of the movie.
It was.
I would have to agree. And here's the thing. I don't know if you noticed it. I'm sure that some of the rest of you guys did. Did you notice that from the very beginning until
one shot?
It was a single shot.
Beautiful.
Yeah. It was a single take.
It was cool.
That is one of the good points, because the only thing I liked about that was the location and that shot.
Holy shit, that was so cool. Day of the Dead setting. Oh
yeah,
my God.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was totally on board. I was super excited after that first shot.
But see, the thing is, the opening sequence in every Bond movie is what is supposed to set the tone.
Right.
It's supposed to set the tone for the whole movie, and I thought it was pretty underwhelming. Never mind the fact that he's just kind of walking around with a gun. I mean, he's on top of the hotel, and it looked like it was set up for people to walk around. He's just like walking down steps.
Right.
Since when are there steps on top of a hotel? Like on the roof? Why are there steps up there?
Well, to be fair,
safety laws in Mexico City, I think all buildings have to have that.
So anyway,
how dare you? How dare you?
Anyway,
this is not that program.
After that whole thing, he meets the
widow.
The widow of the man he just killed, and he sleeps with her after about 5 seconds.
Which that's natural, of course.
He saved her.
I guess he is Bond. He saved her in 5. Yeah. So after he killed two people.
Can we go to the helicopter fight real quick?
Yeah, I feel like you're selling that shit.
Well, first of all, why would you fight the pilot? The pilot wants to live. The
pilot was fighting him.
You fight the pilot. Well, number one, he did try to get at Bond, so that's the thing. So
but he tried to kill him. Eventually, he does want to live and the helicopter.
You put the
Well,
pilot.
but Bond can fly the helicopter, so what
doesn't
does it
need
matter?
But how's he going to get into the scene?
You know what I mean?
You put the pilot in a chokehold and say, "Listen, just land the thing so we can both live."
But he's so damn reckless in it. There's like a plaza full of people, like thousands of people, and he's like ready to pull out into them.
And I think that's the whole point, is to show how reckless he is. He's just like, screw everybody. You're all dying.
Oh, he was reckless because all those people were CG and they weren't real.
Which is
What? Damn you Mexicans with your CGI. CGI Mexicans.
which is pretty much the whole movie.
Somebody needs to tell that to Trump, is that Mexicans, there's not really that many Mexicans. It's just
they all
CGI.
got over the border. They're all here now, so the only one left there is CGI.
Yeah, it's copy and paste.
There's actually nobody in Mexico. They're all CG. So anyway, so he meets her. He sleeps with her, and then he finds out from her. By the way,
Monica Bellucci is hot.
Bellucci is
Monica
hot.
Bellucci still got it. Still got it.
Woman.
Oldest
She's in her
Bond girl.
50s.
Oldest
Yeah,
Bond
yeah.
girl.
She's in her 50s, and she was only in the movie for like 16
Gorgeous.
seconds.
Horribly underused.
Very, very much underused. Okay,
She got
so
seduced super quick.
really quick because it was
Dude,
like
she's a cougar. Of
She's a
course she got
cougar.
seduced super quick.
And she knows she could die at like any minute. As soon as he leaves,
Dude,
she
50
gets
is not
a
that
bullet.
old, homie.
Listen.
50's not that old.
Listen, I want to know. I want to know where James Bond got his max skill, because I want to be able to do that. Just to walk up to.
He literally broke into her house.
Yeah, he broke into her house. He killed her husband, and then 5 minutes later, he's like, "Yeah, I'm about to hit this. This is me." And then
Kind
the
of
next
Last
thing-
Samurai.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Swag. And then the last scene with her is like she's like, "Don't go, James." It's like, oh, now she's in love with him. all
And
of a
she's
sudden.
in full like garter, lingerie, and everything. I'm like, did she change back into that?
Exactly. Who sleeps like that?
Yeah.
Who sleep? Nobody sleeps in a garter. All that
I
stuff.
do.
But oh god. Okay. Well,
So do I.
We have 10 more listeners on Periscope now.
we're gonna take a quick break and come back. Anyway, so after that, he somehow he ends up needing to find the daughter of one of his former nemesis.
Nemesises?
Nemesis.
And
Nemesis, is that the plural?
yeah, he does find her because she's going to help him with whatever his mission is, which is to he infiltrates an evil organization known as Spectre. Now, so the way he infiltrated the place, he just drove in.
Right.
There was
You
nothing
just
like-
showed them the octopus
Yeah,
ring. That's
he
all
just
you
drove
need.
in, he just showed him the octopus ring.
To be fair, I think up until this point, I was still on board. When they showed the secret meeting and how he got in there, and not to jump ahead, but the reveal from Christoph Waltz's first lines, I was 110% on board.
I was
still on board.
I was wavering after he fell on the couch.
Yes.
That's when it.
That's
That's when I was worried.
it
I'm
was-
like, you're not Roger Moore. This is Roger Moore Bond stuff right now.
No, I mean, that was a little bit of Sean Connery as well. He had, a little bit of Bond is a little bit of luck as well, you know.
But it
So-
Well, that's-
really already.
Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of like my problem with this movie is like it was all like he didn't outthink anybody in this entire
No.
movie.
Sure.
Not at all.
Yeah, I know. I
In fact,
totally
he
agree
did a
with
lot
you.
of really dumb shit.
Yeah, and that was the
Yeah.
opening sequence, and it was already starting to become a cartoon. It was-
And and to be fair though, Bond has always acted recklessly. He's always done dumb stuff. It's just that we've let his panache and his coolness kind of blind that over time. Because he's always done. I mean, is it smart to sleep with assassins and they'll fucking kill you? You know what I mean? So
yeah, but I think this movie took it way over.
I think
way
that
over the
I think
top.
what happened is over the course of Quantum of Solace and Casino Royale, it got a little bit highbrow, and you weren't used to the whole James Bond that had panache and that swag,
Right.
and who was used to being this lucky and reckless at the same time. And it went back to it. It went back to how he used to be reckless. And
I don't think it was highbrow. I think it was there, but it was more subdued, a little bit
was
more
absolutely
subtle
more
and
subdued.
realistic, and that's why those earlier Daniel Craig movies I think were really good. It was still there,
Right.
but not so in your face.
Right, and I
cartoony.
think because at that time they were really trying to compete with a lot of the Bourne Identity movies,
exactly.
and the Bourne Identity has taken a huge market share from Bond, and they had to pretty much reinvent themselves.
And Mission Impossible. I think the action movie is so, of a different standard now with Taken and all that. They just have to compete
Yeah.
with these great.
But it's just weird they like threw all that away. Like they build that up for 3 movies
Right.
and then
Right.
they just
And check
throw
it.
it away.
Well, they tried to make it better. The whole villain was like trying to not organically raise the stakes. Where he's like, I did. Well, yeah. he's
Well,
like,
yeah. That whole like
That was
I was
ridiculous.
behind the other stuff. Yeah, that was all terrible.
you know what I think it was lazy writing.
Yeah, it's totally
and very, very lazy filmmaking.
And this was supposed to be Daniel Craig's last one, I guess?
No,
Not
he's
supposed
5.
to be. Yeah, well, you know what? But the way they did the end, that Blofeld he's alive, and at the end of every Bond movie it says James Bond will return. Well, it said that in this one, so they're going to do another one.
But it could be a different Bond.
It could be a different Bond, which is sad because I think Daniel Craig as Bond is really good. I think he's a really good
he
Bond.
is. But I think he just seemed over it in this. At least I don't know. Maybe I'm projecting my own feelings.
He phoned it in, and you could totally tell that he was just phoning it in.
So I hope he doesn't do another one. I hope he can do something he wants to go do.
He doesn't want to be there, and I get the feeling they were like, "Well, we're going to give you this many millions," and he was like, all right, what the hell, I'll do it.
Guys, this could be the quantum of solace, though, in between the two great films. To be fair.
It's like Star Trek movies. Every other one is shit.
Yeah. I mean, he's got this off one, but yeah, I don't know. What Thu said earlier is that the last movie had great motivation. It was all about that one villain, and it was clear what he wanted to do, even if it was kind of cartoonish. This one was cartoonish, where it's like, I'm the master of all of these villains, and so now I'm the ultimate villain. You're like, I've never seen you before. I'm not getting any of this personal vendetta thing from you. They just they didn't show it. Right. They just said it.
Yes, I am your brother. Real quick thing. Number one.
Exactly.
2 things. Number one, thank you to our viewers. Apparently, Watch Guy who's being watched right now is cute or handsome. So thank you, Periscope viewers. I think that's you.
Watch Guy?
Damn right. Watch Guy.
You're Watch
Guy. I think it's the black.
We got the vapor.
Watch Guy.
But
it's slimming.
It is slimming. I think that... what is it that you actually said? You were talking about the movie and
being lazy. I just didn't have motivations.
The villain. I think that it was this movie. I feel like was a big setup, too big of a setup. You know what I mean? It was. I feel like okay, we're setting this up for the next movie. No, you have to worry about this movie right now. You know what I mean? Because now I feel like they're going to delve into more of a backstory on Blofeld, and they're going to talk about what their relationship was earlier, and not he's all fucking scarred up like Blofeld was in some of the other movies.
Right.
You know, then now they're going to really bring the juice out of Christopher Waltz, who was again like Monica Bellucci.
But it's not a TV show.
He was
got
terrible
3 years now.
But I mean, he had nothing to work with. I don't blame him.
How long was he actually on screen? Maybe 20 minutes. Maybe.
And he didn't make that much of it.
I don't know. Why don't we ask Watch Guy, since he has a watch and he can tell us how long he was on there.
It says here.
You know what? They underused a lot of people. Like so the daughter, her name is Léa Seydoux. Which, by the way, if you want to see her in a good movie, see Blue is the Warmest Color.
Yes.
Okay, she's really good in that. For the love scenes alone, see that movie because it's pretty deep.
Shark After Dark.
Yes, indeed. But so here to me are like the good points of the movie. And this is really sad. I thought that James Bond had really nice clothes. He had some nice.
I'll give you that.
He had the real.
I was pretty jealous.
Yeah, the real cool
like
Tom
his sunglasses. I thought his sunglasses looked goofy.
He was like they were Natalie attired. Which, by the way, so what I want to know is
how did you say Natalie attired?
Natalie attired.
Well,
yes, I did.
Brother's got some lexicon on him.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. But I want to know. I want to know how he ends up with a tuxedo and she's got a dress when they had just ran from somebody trying to kill him and they ended up on a train.
It's the thing in movies where they have no baggage and just countless, endless changes of clothes.
Now we always talk about suspension of disbelief. You gotta have that when you watch a lot of when you watch a lot of films. But this went way over the top. So it had nice clothes. It had great locations. Monica Bellucci and Léa Seydoux were really good. These are the only things. I thought Dave Bautista was really good as a villain.
Hell yeah, I thought
he was hardcore as a villain. As Mr. Hinks, I think his name was.
That's right.
I thought Christoph Waltz to me is always good. He's just a really good actor. So he can.
I was really bummed out by him.
Well, he didn't get a chance to bring a lot to the role. But
Elizabeth, by the way, on Periscope, spoiler alert, we're going to be divulging a lot about the movie here. So
a whole lot.
If you haven't, you can watch for Mr. Watch Guy, or you can listen for the spoilers.
But you know what? Other than for me, other than those points I just brought up, I thought that this movie was more Austin Powers than it was James Bond.
Yeah.
All right.
It's parody without the funny stuff.
Well, I think Thu liked it. You want to defend this by any chance?
Get in here, Thu.
It was. I mean, it was entertaining.
It was entertaining. So entertainment value doesn't equate to Oscar-worthy, right, quality. But you sit there, you watch the action scenes. He's in the helicopter. He's reckless. He's reckless multiple times. I love supercars.
She's a sucker for Aston Martins.
Yeah, the car chase was wonderful. I enjoyed it.
I think Eric disagrees.
I thought it was really boring. Like they drove around and then he shot fire and then ejected. That was
so boring.
You guys didn't like the jokes in this movie though, because this movie had pound for pound more jokes than any James Bond.
The mouse bit was great.
I love
the mouse
that.
bit was great, and
that
was
my favorite part of the movie.
Mine too.
I think so.
Mine too. That was the peak.
Who sent you, Eric?
I'm going to take Thu's side as well, if you don't mind. Hold on.
Well, thanks, Ronnie.
Oh, well, of course, Thu. We have history, you and I.
Yes, we do.
Oh shit!
Not that kind of history, Not that kind of history.
Let's talk about that. That's when,
for the next 40 minutes.
Yeah, when's that movie coming out?
Let's cut to the pre-roll.
They went mountain climbing together as children.
That's right. And then your parents died in a mysterious accident.
Avalanche.
No, so for me, I think that this was more of a poignant movie. There was a lot of action at the very beginning that supposedly set the tone. But is this mic on, by the way?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm not hearing it too much. Okay, here we go.
We can hear you.
I can hear you.
Oh, now you can hear me. I really think that it was a more poignant movie. There was a lot of... It was boring. It was boring. I'll give you guys that. It wasn't the best Bond film that's been out in recent years. I guess we have to exclude Quantum of Solace, but still, with the whole suspension of disbelief thing, nobody's flying through the air. Nobody's flying through bamboo shoots like in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. So I can't suspend my disbelief. But I think for this movie, there was a lot of throwbacks. The fight scene was very reminiscent from Russia with Love.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. There's the Blofeld aspect, and that's all the 60s and 70s James Bonds. And then there's a lot of the new stuff that's also going on with the whole Bourne action style. He does still have a lot of that panache. He's got the whole I just fell off a building, I'm going to just dust myself off, and I'm going to get in a tuxedo. You know what I mean? So I do like that angle. It was not comparable to Skyfall. Not at all.
That's tough, though, because that's really a high watermark. I mean,
you're absolutely right.
I don't know how they could have done better.
But it was the same team, too. It was the same director. I mean, same actors.
Right.
It's all...
It looked beautiful. It was a beautiful looking movie.
It didn't look anywhere as beautiful as Skyfall, though.
It was a great looking movie. I thought the locations were cool. All I could think was I'd really like to go vacation there. That's what I was thinking through the whole movie.
The desert looks awesome.
The desert looks awesome. The when he's in Austria, that's really cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
But you just say that because you're from Compton.
True that. But you know what? I would rather be kicking it in Compton right now than see that movie again.
I'll watch it again. I'll watch it again.
It's very rare that I go to any movie, even a bad one, where all I'm thinking is, I can't wait till this shit is over.
No way.
Was that bad for you?
Oh, it was
I
terrible.
checked my watch a couple times.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Can I just say, I think there might be a difference in the movie watching experience between some of us, because for me, for example, when I saw this movie, I saw it in IMAX. Okay, I had enjoyable company, and so it was pretty good. Shark did not see it on IMAX.
No,
Shark saw it in Lomax.
Actually,
Download Max?
I went to the theater to see.
Okay, I was going to say.
Yeah, I did not. I didn't do the pirated download thing last night.
Shark.
I actually went to the theater to see it last night.
So you were just mad that you
maybe
spent
that's
money.
he spent money on it.
You know what? And actually, it wasn't even the money because, what the popcorn did cost $13, which is some bullshit.
Yeah.
But when you go in with an expectation with a Bond movie, even after
Blofeld sets the prices for popcorn.
It
was him all along.
It's him all along.
He's behind all of your misery.
He's behind all of my misery.
The author of all your pain.
Even Quantum of Solace, even Quantum of Solace, which was a horrible movie. It wasn't as bad as this movie to me.
I think Quantum of Solace was a good action movie.
It was a good action movie.
I don't even think it was a good action movie.
That car chase was. Somebody died in it.
Well, sure. Oh my God!
I mean,
Clutch the pearls.
Automatically good.
Well, no, I think that the car chase was good, but I think that there was just it was kind of boring for me. You know what I mean? The Quantum of Solace thing. I feel like this movie was a little like a step above Quantum of Solace, but
it really lost me at the end when he turned into the Terminator when they escaped from the desert place.
Oh, and he was just shooting dudes.
He's just shooting
no problem.
No problem. He's just walking around shooting people miles away, and they're like a hail of bullets coming at him, but it misses him.
Homie, it's Bond.
Yeah, but you got.
If he gets shot, then that movie's over, and you just spent $20, and you'd be pissed.
You know what? Put that same scene against Austin Powers. It's the same thing.
Where he's just aiming the gun with one arm.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay.
He can even shoot down helicopters.
Yeah.
That was badass.
With a handgun.
With a handgun.
That was
I do that shit all the time.
With a handgun. The only cool thing. Again, the locations, but the cool thing at the end when Blofeld told him to finish me off, and he said, "I'm out of bullets." Because nobody runs out of bullets in movies. That was the only realistic thing in the movie.
Because he has a license not to kill.
Yeah.
Look at you bringing it all the way back around.
Yeah.
And that's what he said to the mole, the Max Denby guy. And that sometimes a license to kill is a license not to kill.
Yeah, I mean, that was...
that British accent.
I mean, that was the thing, which
but
was a little silly thing for them to say.
Wasn't this one of the most predictable
knows about
films you've
killing.
ever seen?
Predictable? I don't think so.
Because I knew from the beginning.
You knew Bond was going to win. This wasn't the Empire Strikes Back.
Bond always wins. But didn't you know that the guy who took over C? Didn't you know that he was going to end up being one of the bad guys?
He's Moriarty. So,
That was like pretty much. It was a foregone conclusion.
Because he just came in, and that was another thing. He came in just being a jackass to everybody.
Right.
And when he at the beginning of the movie, when he's talking to Bond, all I can think, I was like, you know what? You're being a real asshole to a guy who's an assassin.
Right.
And could just kill you right now in a second. Like, you should probably watch your mouth.
Well, that's been brought up before, is that Bond is like an antiquity? He's like...
He's a dinosaur.
He's a relic.
A relic, exactly.
That was Skyfall, yeah.
Yeah, I do like the fact that they really did play it up, because a lot of the Bond movies are like he's a super spy and he's a sleuth and all that. He's an assassin.
But with technology...
That's what he's always been, yeah.
That's the whole thing, is he was saying with technology, what we can do now, we don't need that anymore. And it's... exactly.
I think for me that there's a lot of things that are being lost on some people. The subtle things. For example, Mr. Green or Mr. White, the other guy, Lea Seydoux' father.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was poisoned by thallium. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but there was a reporter, an investigative journalist from Russia that was allegedly poisoned by the KGB with radioactive thallium. So, I mean, these are things that are fairly current and
the whole thing.
They steal that from the headlines.
Yeah, well, the whole Big Brother is watching thing was a theme through the whole movie.
And
so
that's another thing. That was another tie-in with the whole WikiLeaks and the NSA and all that other stuff. So,
true that.
Well, to me, that just makes it more interesting.
Very much so. You know what? We'll get into all that when we come back here on the Rekt Review on WSRadio.com, the worldwide leader in Internet talk.
Thank you for listening to WS Radio. Improve your business and your life with useful information from experts and thought leaders. WS Radio is radio with ROI.
Black MP Living Water is a revolutionary drink for athletes and people alike. All natural, organic sports performance beverage that contains humic and fulvic minerals, naturally occurring electrolytes, first generation SBO probiotics, alkaline water with stable pH of 10. Athletes need solid nutrition. Black MP is the answer. Designed by athletes, for athletes. Train hard, eat clean, drink Black MP. Just visit the website blackmp.net. Use promo code CSKeys to get a very special discount.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, VinVillage.com, where wine lovers connect. Be sure to tune in weekly to Vin Village Radio for exclusive, in-depth interviews with the who's who in wine and food.
On the internet, your business's reputation can be unjustly destroyed in an instant. Don't wait for that to happen. Building and marketing your 5-star reputation can increase your business by as much as 19%. Take control of your reputation and have the 5-star reputation you deserve with Reputation Marketing Solutions by DSI Development. Become the go-to company by visiting 5starrepmarketing.com. The number 5starrepmarketing.com.
Besides the hard work of our incredible WS Radio staff that has decades of experience in the broadcast industry, one of the reasons WS Radio sounds so good is we use Or-Band technology. We are not alone. Over 50,000 professional broadcasters can't be wrong. From radio, TV, streaming to hardware and software, Or-Band has been supplying the broadcast industry for nearly 30 years. Great customer service and continued R&D separates Or-Band from the rest. Learn more at Or-Band.com.
Do you want to be a professional coach? Are you in business trying to make a real difference with people you manage or work with? Have you started a coaching practice that isn't quite getting off the ground? Get the skills you need to be a successful coach today with the Coaches Training Program from Accomplishment Coaching. The Coaches Training Program will show you how to help others focus and be more fulfilled. Whether you want to improve your company's bottom line or create a thriving coaching practice, Accomplishment Coaching can give you the distinctions and practices you need to coach others effectively today. Accomplishment Coaching has spent 6 years developing a cutting-edge coaches training program that will have you ready to coach people professionally in just 12 months, and you don't have to take time off work to do it. To find out more about the coaches training program, just call 1-888-548-6813. That's 1-888-548-6813.
Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
Welcome to Rekt Reviews, movies and entertainment analysis using the latest in beer goggle technology. And here are your dubiously qualified hosts, Eric, Paul, and Christopher.
I'm not Eric, I'm not Paul, and I'm not Christopher. But
and you ain't white either.
But I am the shark, and we are here back again on Rekt Review. We're talking about Spectre and how much it sucked.
I don't agree.
You disagree. Now, Chris, tell me what it is you really liked about this movie.
It was a beautifully shot movie, and now going back to Skyfall, it doesn't have the Chinese skyscraper scene where that was, I think, maybe the best looking cinematically. Scene in the recent Bond films that
I
I've
got to
seen.
agree. I got to agree.
Was incredible.
That was a pretty badass fight that's in the skyscraper.
Yeah, no music, great.
And and again, to me, the whole beginning sequence, I like the fact that, number one, that they went back to the whole gun barrel thing, the gun barrel opening.
That was badass too.
That was badass. And the whole single shot was very reminiscent. I don't know if you guys have seen The Protector. What's the actor in that movie?
That's Chow Yun-fat.
No way, I just pulled that out of my ass.
Chow Yun-fat. It wasn't Chow Yun-fat.
You're not talking about the one with Jackie Chan, are you?
No, it's not Jackie Chan. I'm talking about the other guy from Thailand. The guy who's protecting the elephant. You know what I'm talking about?
You're talking about Tony Jaa.
Tony Jaa. That was a 5-minute, one single shot sequence of action. And this one, and that was just one single shot traditional. This one was a little bit CGI helped. But still, it was pretty badass, the whole, he got the mask, he's going into the room, he's going up to the elevators, he's going across the rooftops and everything. We're talking about close-up shots, crane shots, and then to the gun.
It was beautifully done.
But
it was very well done.
To me, that is systematic of what's wrong with movies today. Because the technology is such that you can have a beautifully shot film. They have so much money that you can go to these great locations, and that's what they're relying on. They're like, you know what, the movie's going to look great, so we don't have to have a story. You can just phone the acting in. All we need for Daniel Craig to do is glare at the screen and push women up against the wall and kiss them, and we got a Bond movie.
I think this movie just didn't connect. It was trying really hard because it wasn't for lack of trying that the plot points didn't get anyone going.
It was worse than Moonraker.
They tried so hard to make
it was not worse than Moonraker.
It was worse than Moonraker.
Periscope and WS Radio audience. Moonraker was the biggest sack of Bond crap ever.
It is worse than
View to
Moonraker.
a Kill, I think, is probably the worst one, right?
View to a Kill is pretty. Any movie that has Roger Moore running.
Yeah.
If you've never seen Roger Moore run as James Bond, oh my God!
Unless he's running
on
alligators' heads.
Yeah,
that was pretty rad.
The only person that runs worse than Roger Moore is Steven Seagal.
No, right.
Yeah, this movie.
So true.
This movie just didn't connect. They tried to ham-fist it with Blofeld being like, "Those last 3 movies that were badass, except for maybe Quantum of Solace." I was behind all of that, so now I'm the ultimate villain. So hate me the most. And it's like, I don't know you, man. Even though you're Blofeld,
he's the most lovable one, really.
And he didn't do, like Shark was saying, he doesn't have that much screen time.
Yeah, doesn't have much screen time at all.
So, but this is your chance to ham it up, Christoph Waltz, and he never did that. He just kind of.
I'm kind of glad that he did ham it up personally.
I get the feeling.
I think I don't know. I would have liked it, but
you have to.
I would have liked if he hammed it up because he's such a good actor that him hamming it up would probably be really good.
And here's the thing. I think that at this point. Number one, I kind of agree with you. I mean, it was a beautifully shot movie. You know what I mean? It was a little bit disconnected. There wasn't a whole lot of connection from one to the other. But as far as the original Blofeld, he wasn't that crazy to begin with, and it wasn't until later on where he starts to really lose his shit that he gets into the more cartoonish caricature that starts to ham it up. So I feel like this was a good foundation for him to actually go, okay, the next movie, that's where I'm really going to go balls to the wall.
By the way,
bums me out.
By the way, I consider myself.
Well, it bums me out too, but I mean that's just how it is. You know what I mean?
I consider myself a fairly tough guy, But if there's a drilling into the side of my neck, I'm going to scream a lot more than James Bond did.
He let out a pretty good scream,
I
though.
thought that was pretty good.
That was a pretty good scream.
No, I'm going to be crying like a little girl.
Well, let's talk about that torture scene, because honestly, that's another issue. I mean, again, you're bringing in a lot of the headlines that are out there right now. This is a torture scene.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I was cringing watching that scene.
More so than the ball sack scene from
No, I
Casino
cringed
Royale.
on that one too. The ball sack
amazing.
scene from Casino Royale was brutal.
Yes.
That
brutal.
was not only that, but I'm like, this is PG-13. I can't.
Yeah.
Wow.
What, did you see ball sack?
like,
I mean, I didn't
will
see any
Vespa
sack.
still want him?
I did pause the movie and move frame by frame to try and get the most ball sack, but that's
right. Okay. I think we just lost your watch fan. Now that she knows that you were looking for ball sack.
She didn't know you had ball sack worship.
So listen, it was purely for science.
It's ball sack fetish over there. Did you sit in some gum bond?
Let me ask you guys this. Who do you think in this film gave the best performance?
The cat.
Nice question.
The cat.
The cat was very convincing, considering it was actually a dog.
Well, I like the way.
Excellent.
I like the
That's
way
a great
they.
Best actor, right?
I like the way they threw that in because Blofeld always has the cat.
Yes.
So they just kind of had to throw that in, like they have to push that. There were a lot of throwbacks in this, when they're showing all the old villains and stuff, and
It bummed me out.
Yeah.
I didn't need it.
You didn't need
Yeah.
it.
Like, I don't know, Skyfall was an evolution of what Bond has become, and then this just went and reset it all again. I don't know why it's going back to what we did 50 years ago.
So you're showing Spectre, the International Organization of Evil.
My favorite thing about Christoph is he wasn't wearing socks.
Yeah, what the hell was that?
That's funny. I like his outfit.
I just thought he was like, fuck this. I'm just going to show up not even dressed correctly.
He lost it in the avalanche.
And
just this shot of the socks in the snow.
you got to ask yourself, why is everybody always so well dressed in this movie? Like, it's like
because it's a Bond movie.
Yeah, that's part of it.
But like Mr. Hinks, the Batista character, he's going on the train to kill them. He's in a suit.
Hell yeah, he's in a suit.
It's like I don't get it. It's like
because he's first class on the train, though, man. He's got a
who. I mean, honestly, what's better if you're gonna get your ass kicked by somebody? Wouldn't you prefer it to be somebody in a suit?
No.
I mean, me personally, if I could kick somebody's ass in a wife beater or in a $5,000 suit, I'll wear a motherfucking suit.
On Halloween, I saw a guy get his ass kicked by somebody dressed as a tomato. Okay, true story.
Would you prefer that?
That was the
Batista was wearing
that would
the
actually
tomato
be pretty
suit.
bad.
That would be a much better story.
That's pretty much what happened in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, I think, right?
Yeah, and in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie again, Batista, I think he made that movie. I think this dude is really, really good. He's not just Mr. Wrestler, and he's not just there. I think he's showing some acting chops. So that's why I thought he was the best in the movie. He was the one that was believable as a killer.
And to answer anybody's questions here on Periscope, WS Radio is located in Sorrento Valley. So, and if you have questions about
Sorrento Valley,
don't come down and hurt us because you
disagree with Spectre and our reviews. I like the movie personally.
I think it was sad that the movie, to go back to what Shark said earlier, is so predictable. Because when it starts ramping up, you're like, no, it can't be this. It can't be just that he's going to tie up the girl and say, hey man, it's me. And unfortunately, Dark Knight came out and did it way better. It was like me or the girl.
Well, they also tried to make her a tough girl, like she just had to shoot and stuff, and then she just became the typical damsel in distress at the end.
Exactly.
Like Sicario.
No.
This is way better.
Sicario, what are you talking about? Sicario was a badass chick.
Yes.
No, she was supposed to be badass, and in the end, she was a damsel in distress.
Except with those eyebrows.
No, I know. Okay, now we're going into the A. Okay, this is the subtopic Sicario. She was a badass chick to begin with, all right? She held her own, but, I mean, let's just face it. This guy is the ultimate badass.
Yeah.
So whether it was a man or a woman, it was going to either going to be a damsel in distress or a dude in distress at the end.
She just seemed so put out by everything that was going on. But I will say this. Last week we talked about Sicario, and I was kind of on the fence about it. Like, I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it. I went and rewatched it. Now I actually do like the movie.
How could you see Spectre?
That'll make anything go down easier.
No, but the reason I like Sicario, even though we're off the subject of Spectre, but the reason I liked it is because Benicio del Toro, his acting in that movie was off the hook.
Benicio del Toro's acting is always bomb, unless you're in the Guardians of the Galaxy.
But this was more subdued Benicio del Toro, which Christoph Waltz never quite got out of first gear. Where I was like, maybe Young Ron is right, where this movie is setting up another one, but it's not a weekly television show. We got to wait 3 more years probably before.
Right. And that was my big problem with all like the backstory stuff. Is like I didn't really remember all this stuff from like his past lovers and all these past villains.
And that's the other thing.
Nobody cares.
I didn't feel any gravitas.
I
from
cared.
that.
From the beginning credits, I was wondering why is it that Vespa's in here? Why are they showing these older characters? From
Were you bummed
movies?
out with the explanation?
I'm sorry?
Were you bummed out with the explanation?
Well, yes, because I just felt like
it was shoehorned in?
Yes. Yeah. You meet this character. He's supposed to be the mastermind for all of the previous, lovers becoming killed, and yet you just don't feel like he really did all that.
Yeah, there was no connection at all.
There was no connection.
You know what I felt is that oh, wow, okay, so your stepdad got killed in an avalanche. Boo fucking who? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was hoping for something that was a little bit more nefarious, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he stabbed the dad through the eye while he was sleeping and Bond was watching.
Jesus, man.
Just something really Luis Buñuel.
That's what I'm saying. It was really, really lazy writing. Like it seemed like it was just thrown together.
Speaking of lazy writing, we promised Eric we would talk about the airplane scene.
Oh, yeah, please.
The airplane scene or the helicopter scene?
The plane.
The plane scene.
They kidnap her. They put her in a car. They drive down the hill, and Bond is already flying a plane at this point.
Yeah, where did he get a plane?
Where did he get a
Don't you remember
plane?
there was a plane at the very beginning when he first got there? There was a plane.
Yeah, but he was
parked
a
in the back.
passenger.
Yeah.
Now he's flying it.
He just ends
It's
up
Bond,
with
someone in the mouth.
He just ends up with a plane somehow. Yeah.
He just took the plane and then he rolls down the window and starts shooting them as he's flying.
And then
it becomes
first he waves at him.
Oh yeah.
He waves at him.
Right.
First. Okay. Now if I'm the girl in the backseat who he's supposed to be saving, I'm be like, hey, when did this get all funny and shit? They're about to kill me. Why are you waving at them?
Why didn't he get a vehicle? Like, a car is way more useful at that point than a stupid plane.
Way more useful than a plane.
Well, let me... And
He's
again,
trying to impress a chick.
To be fair, and I feel like I'm always playing devil's advocate, let's face it, James Bond, in the end, he really doesn't really care about most people. You know what I mean?
Doesn't care about anyone.
If he thinks that you're useful and a means to an end, he'll use you. Like this girl, yeah. Sure, he wants to get laid. I'm sure he's probably not putting a whole lot of stock in a love affair or anything, but she's just a means to an end. That's it.
He did care about M, though. He did care about M.
Yeah, but he's got a thing for old chicks. I don't know. That's why he's so with Monica Bellucci.
Well, you know what? It's not the thing that he has a thing for old chicks. It's just that he really, you get the fact that M is the only person he really ever liked, he really ever cared for.
That's why Skyfall's better.
Sounds like we've got a commercial going on. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Has your business been appified? Are you tired of doing marketing that doesn't deliver results? Mobile apps build loyalty and quality retention. Your app from UPG Mobile puts your business on their mind and at their fingertips. UPG Mobile will give you a custom app highlighting how you are unique, targeting your message, and improving your open rates. Appify your business and amplify your presence with your customers at upgmobilemarketinggroup.com.
Hi, I'm Nicole Heffel, an attorney with the Heffel Law Firm, and I'd like to encourage you to join me in honoring our troops. Part of the Heffel Law Firm's mission is to advocate for those returning veterans in need at no cost to them. You can help us with this by allowing us to serve you with your estate planning needs. I'd like to invite you to contact me at heffellaw.com. That's HEFFEL law.com, or call 619-550-3080.
You may have heard me brag about Progressive Medical Center and just how much they've helped me with my health. And Dr. Goley, one thing that you've helped so many people with is migraines.
Unfortunately, there are millions and millions of Americans who are suffering with migraines and headaches, and they're debilitating because it affects the quality of their life, and they cannot function properly. At Progressive, we get to the root cause because we understand that migraines could be caused by nutritional deficiencies, hormonal imbalances, believe it or not, delayed food sensitivities. And once we determine what the real reason is, we put a plan of action together with medication that we get them off slowly, and we put them on an all-natural approach, and the results are amazing.
Incredible. I mean, there's so many people that can say they don't live their lives with migraines anymore thanks to Progressive Medical Center.
And that's what's exciting and rewarding to us as physicians, because we help our patients take control of their health, and that's why they're living well.
Why don't you get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today? Don't live in pain. Don't have migraines anymore. Just go to their website, progressivemedicalcenter.com.
This is your life. Live it well.
Which sandwich is healthy and tasty? Which sandwich can come on bread or in a bowl? Which sandwich comes 51 different ways, so it's always your way. A which sandwich. Stop into our shop in Hazard Center. We're upstairs from the Hazard Center Digiplex. Bring in your movie ticket. We will add a free drink and chips to your sandwich order. Or order online at whichwich.com and we will have it ready and waiting. WHICH, whichwich.com.
You take your smartphone almost everywhere you go. Now WSRadio.com can be there too. Search WS Radio in the Play Store for your Android devices or iTunes for Apple and download the WS Radio application. WSRadio.com on your phone and in your ear everywhere you go. Download the WS Radio application. Do it now. It's very easy. WSRadio.com.
Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
Welcome to Rekt Reviews, movies and entertainment analysis using the latest in beer goggle technology. And here are your dubiously qualified hosts, Eric, Paul, and Christopher.
And some black guy.
There's a black guy in here?
There's a black guy in here.
Where? Hey, welcome back to Rekt Reviews. We're sitting here, we're talking about Spectre. I think we have kind of a mixed consensus because there's some people who semi-liked it. There's people like myself who thought it sucked balls. And then there are people who seem a little bit like ambivalent about it. Paul, we haven't heard a whole lot from you on what you think about the movie.
I was entertained. I liked watching it, but the whole time, and I heard bad things from a couple of people, from Ron, from Chris, ahead of time. So
right.
I was like, oh, this is gonna, I don't know, just waiting for the other shoe to drop. Yeah. And I don't know, it started out okay, but yes, too much weird backstory stuff that I couldn't get into. Too much dumb stuff like
it was Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner type.
Did you feel it was your expectations?
When Mr. Hanks goes through the windshield and Bond just leaves him there, all these years of being an assassin, you don't put a bullet in his head just in case.
Take the guy out.
Just in case he's like a super villain.
Finish him off.
You mean a super villain with super crazy nails that dig people's brains out of their eyeballs?
Yeah,
God, that was so brutal.
Or when they just show up in the desert, they just walk into the main bad guy's lair with what? No plan? With a little crappy gun in the watch?
I kind of agree with you. I thought that was kind of bullshit where it's like, oh, hello, welcome to my lair. I'm like, okay, that's kind of bullshit.
He's
Let's talk about
Evil.
this meteorite real quick, because that's important.
Yeah, what's up with the huge piece of fucking rock
that was a metaphor about an unstoppable force being stopped.
The monologuing from Christopher, oh my God. Like that and the whole, like, I'm the source of your pain on everything or whatever. It was just eye-rollingly bad.
It broke the show me, don't tell me, show me from movies where he was just saying, I'm the baddest motherfucker you've ever seen. And it's like, really? Because the last guy.
Yeah. One last thing I couldn't take. He was the architect of Bond's pain. He's been screwing up his life for decades. I'm sure he knows how Bond operates.
Yeah.
Let's just leave a watch on his wrist when I tie him up. It's probably just a watch. He's not. Exactly. He doesn't have any hidden explosives anywhere. Just take his gun and we'll be fine.
Well, to be fair, he didn't have a whole lot of gadgets to begin with. Remember, so. There weren't a whole lot of gadgets in some of the other movies.
I don't think there it is. I was thinking my mic was down.
Real quick, I want to ask, let's go around, let's start with you, Paul, and then we'll just go all the way around this way. Who's your favorite James Bond bad guy from the very beginning?
Ooh, good question.
Actually, why don't we talk about who's your favorite all-time bad guy, and then who's been your latest Daniel Craig bad guy that you like?
Paul?
All-time bad guy, you mean Bond movies or just in general?
Your favorite all-time Bond bad guy, and then your favorite Daniel Craig movie bad guy.
Favorite... There was the hot French girl that would squeeze people with her thighs.
Sophie Marceau.
Yes.
No, that's,
she was Russian. Xenia Onatov.
Yes.
So
great name.
Yeah,
that's my favorite.
People on Periscope are saying Jaws. Okay, we're with you on that one. Deadly Teeth.
Yeah, but that was more comedy.
That's true. What about you?
Probably Javier Bardem in the last one.
Hell yeah.
I would say.
I would have to agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
He was a little over the top, but it worked.
Well, for me, go ahead, Chris.
I would say Denise Richards, because she did actually more damage to the Bond franchise. than any Bond villain ever could.
Dr. Christmas.
Dr. Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas Jones only comes once a year.
Christmas Jones.
Yep.
Oh my God, those writers were high-fiving each other when they finally got that in the movie.
When they finally got out of college.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Community college. Because that felt like it was written by sorority or fraternity guys.
Put some glasses on it.
Right.
She's a
Exactly.
physics, nuclear physics, whatever.
For me, with the Daniel Craig movies, it's definitely Mr. Hinks in Spectre. Yeah, for me.
But he's not a bad guy. He's more like the henchman.
He's a henchman, but he's
not
like
the
this.
bad guy.
Because my all-time favorite Bond villain is a henchman. It's Odd Job. Odd Job is the man just because it's so out there.
Is that more so from nostalgia, or is that just because he's?
It's from nostalgia.
That's Roger Moore, right? Wasn't it?
Odd Job was Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
That was from Goldfinger, where they went to Fort Knox.
Was it Dr. No when James Bond was actually, they showed him he was doing karate.
No, that's You Only Live Twice.
Which is the funniest thing you've ever seen in your life.
No, what's even worse is that they had this supposed reversible plastic surgery where we could make him look Japanese, even though he's like 3 feet taller and whiter, and has that ridiculous Scottish accent.
Well, they have the face-off technology.
How freaking Japanese are you? Right? It's just nonsense.
We got the Odd Job hat going.
Hold on, there you go. There's Odd Job himself right there. Tino, big in the house.
So this guy, Mr. Hinks, was not supposed to be a callback.
Yeah, buddy.
Odd Job or Jaws, right?
We got Odd Job right here. We got Tino in the house. What's up?
Did anybody think Mr. Hinks was coming back after he went off the train?
I did.
I was excited him to come back.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that he might still be back.
So he's the new Jaws?
Did you guys?
Yeah. Well, and to kind of throw it back to the whole, old Bond movies. Remember, there was the original train fight scene with From Russia with Love, and then there was Jaws also in another train fight.
Yeah, he kept coming back.
Right. So this whole, I feel like he's going to come back. He's got to come back. He was so good.
I hope they better not do
well,
that.
That's another bad scene in the movie when they introduce him. What the hell was that? Because the one guy stands up and he's basically like, "Okay, I'll kill him. Does anybody want to challenge me?" And then it's like, why does somebody have to challenge him?
I personally thought that was pretty pimp. You know what I mean?
I thought it was stupid.
I thought it was pimp. Yeah, he's like, all right, we're going to take care of these guys. Don't worry. The Spanish consensus has got this. And he just comes in with his suit all built. And he's like, hold on. Let me squeeze your fucking brains out of your eyes. I thought that was pimp. So anyways, let me get into my favorite bad guy for me, Javier Bardem. Yep. That's definitely.
Hell yeah.
And that's going way back. And I'm a true dyed-in-the-wool James Bond fan. And I go
I don't think Javier Bardem is acting. I think he's really crazy.
I do.
Yeah,
he's a crazy good actor. Yes. I think that whole mystery behind his sexuality and how he acted, and
that was such a great twist to bring to the Bond series.
Not just, I don't think it was a twist so much as it was just so different, from all the other Bond movies.
I mean,
it's
it's a twist on their typical.
It truly made him unpredictable.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you're wondering, is he faking it? Is he gay? Is he not gay? So it was a pretty cool, I thought. Now, if you guys, I don't know if you guys have how deep your memory banks go to James Bond movie, but can you guys tell me what movie there were 2 other gay henchmen?
I know it, but I can't say.
That was,
you can't say it because what? Because you're.
I'm bound by an NDA, but
that's right. I know Sharks didn't get it, or anybody on Periscope or out there on.
They were
WS
2
Land.
like Swedish guys, right?
They were just 2 guys.
Well, that's when because they
it's the one from Las Vegas.
They're killing people with.
They're in Las Vegas,
killing people with scorpions.
What's the movie?
Bitten by the Bug.
That's right.
I can't remember their names though. I cannot remember the names.
The 2 Las Vegas mafia
Ferris
guys.
on Periscope.
The movie was.
Did Periscope get it yet?
Nope.
Was it Hans and Franz?
Oh no, it was was it
Yes, 2. It was 2 characters from SNL.
Was it the man with the golden gun?
They burst in through the wall.
Not the man with the golden gun.
Or the spy who loved me?
It was not the spy who loved me. I got the answer, y'all.
Well, kick it in.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Jesus, I'm ready.
We got a Bo Ferris. What's up from Dubai, yo? How you doing?
Dubai.
No, it was Thunderball.
Thunderball. Okay.
Thunderball. At the very end, remember how they're trying to. So one of the gay characters gets killed, and he comes back with a cake that has a bomb in it. At the very end. And then
that is so gay.
I'm gonna kill you with
because it's like I built a cake that's gonna kill you. This cake
so tasteful. So tasteful.
What do we think is the absolute all-time worst Bond movie?
View to a Kill.
But I was going to say besides this one.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Shots fired again.
Let's start with you.
You know what? I think it was A View to Kill. Was that the one with Christopher Walken?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. That's the absolute
that
one.
one's
It's terrible.
awful. Terrible. Yeah.
It's terrible. They should kill everyone who saw that movie.
All right. Well, you tell me, what's your all-time favorite worst, or what's the all-time worst movie that, in your opinion?
All-time worst movie, period?
Yeah.
Or worst Bond movie?
Bond movie.
View to a Kill.
View to a Kill.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Come on. What about Die Another Day? I'm going to break it right now. Everyone has to agree it's Die Another Day. It had Madonna with her infamous line, "Will you zip me up?"
I'd rather watch it than View to a Kill.
I never saw that one, but hey, you know what? But I think the general consensus is some people like this movie. I think I'm the one who hated it the most. But still, I'm a big James Bond fan, and I actually can't wait for the next one. I hope Daniel Craig stays on because I think he's a really good James Bond. So for everybody here, young Ron, Paul, Eric, Thu, and Chris, this is Rekt Reviews. Thanks for watching and listening.
A podcast or radio show on WS Radio is a great way to create content marketing. Turn prospects into customers into raving fans. Contact Wade at WSRadio.com or call 866-WS-RADIO.
On the internet, your business's reputation can be unjustly destroyed in an instant. Don't wait for that to happen. Building and marketing your 5-star reputation can increase your business by as much as 19%. Take control of your reputation and have the 5-star reputation you deserve with Reputation Marketing Solutions by DSI Development. Become the go-to company by visiting 5starrepmarketing.com. The number 5starrepmarketing.com.
You may have heard me brag about Progressive Medical Center and just how much they've helped me with my health. And Dr. Goley, one thing that you have helped so many people with is migraines.
Unfortunately, there are millions and millions of Americans who are suffering with migraines and headaches, and they're debilitating because it affects the quality of their life, and they cannot function properly. At Progressive, we get the root cause because we understand that migraines could be caused by nutritional deficiencies, hormonal imbalances, believe it or not, delayed food sensitivities. And once we determine what the real reason is, we put a plan of action together with medication that we get them off slowly, and we put them on an all-natural approach, and the results are amazing.
Incredible. I mean, there's so many people that can say they don't live their lives with migraines anymore thanks to Progressive Medical Center.
And that's what's exciting and rewarding to us as physicians because we help our patients take control of their health, and that's why they're living well.
Why don't you get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today? Don't live in pain. Don't have migraines anymore. Just go to their website, progressivemedicalcenter.com.
This is your life. Live it well.
Small businesses are the lifeblood of America's economy. Every Thursday, SBA Radio interviews industry professionals and is dedicated to provide small businesses with timely insights and innovations. Visit www.sbaradio.us for details.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Has your business been appified? Are you tired of doing marketing that doesn't deliver results? Mobile apps build loyalty and quality retention. Your app from UPG Mobile puts your business on their mind and at their fingertips. UPG Mobile will give you a custom app highlighting how you are unique, targeting your message, and improving your open rates. Appify your business and amplify your presence with your customers at upgmobilemarketinggroup.com.